Hi. So it's about 5:30 here in Fiji. We're back on the mainland after spending about 5 nights out at Plantation Island. Um, this time on a Monday night, which is 6:30 New Zealand time, I would be setting up for a Monday night Pilates class at Hope Church, and I can't be there tonight, so I figured I'd take my last little moment sneaking away from the family. I don't know, Paul's just been running in the middle of the day, nearly 30-degree heat. I think he's around about 24 k's up round the back of somewhere here in Nandi. Ditched the transfer back from Denarau and ran himself back. So he's lying back in the hotel room exhausted, and the kids are pretty happy to lie with him. So I thought I would come out here and record a little Pilates class in case you are feeling like you're missing doing it because it is Monday night. I was just setting up here. I think I have to show you, and something was moving in the grass, and then I saw what it was, and it's a little frog, because there's frogs everywhere. I'll see if I can show you. Hold on, can you see this? There he is. Hello, Mr. Frog. Are you gonna... Oh no, he's just gonna stay still. Anyway, I'm kind of hoping I don't have a frog land on me halfway through this class. So I'm just going to do half an hour, because then I have to be back and we'll get ready for dinner. Little guy's jumping away now. But since it's just half an hour, we'll add a few maybe more challenging options that you can take if you wish, and just flow through things reasonably quickly. I don't have any tunes for you today, so feel free, if you're motivated by music, to put on your own music. And we're just going to come straight onto the mat as well. I'm not doing our little warm-up that we would usually do in the studio, so if you need to get some heat into your body, I'll let you find an option to do that on your own. Otherwise, let's come down to the mat. So just before we get started today, I just want to go over, particularly if you're newish to Pilates, a couple of the basic principles that we need to focus on when we go into all of our movements. One is going to be the position of our pelvis, and what we want to do is try and put the heels of our hands on our hips, thumbs together, fingertips towards each other. I'm looking for that frog, creating a diamond shape. And when I do this, I'm just going to try and flatten that diamond shape out, so that gives me a neutral pelvis. It also means that as I'm lying on the mat with my knees bent, I've got a neutral spine. That means there's a small natural curve through my lower back. I'll maintain that feet on the ground. When we come into tabletop, lifting one leg at a time, I want you to have that sense of closing your lower back down towards the mat. You'll feel your transverse abdominis engage in order to do this, and that's our imprinted spinal position. Okay, so first exercise today, we're just going to work on coming up into that imprinted spine, into tabletop. So we need to tilt the pelvis, slight posterior tilt, we tuck under, that flattens our back. We're going to lift one leg at a time into tabletop. Hold here for a moment, and then we're just going to release back down to the mat and release our spine, neutral spine, creating that little curve. Once again, imprint the spine, legs one at a time, coming up, hold, feel the engagement, dropping back down one at a time, release, neutral. I'm going to do this 2 more times, and I will keep you up there for a little bit longer. So tuck under, imprint, legs come up, hold. Feel what that's like when you keep that connection lower back to the mat. Release down, release the spine. And one more, tucking under, lifting the legs, holding from here. Okay, from here, just single leg extensions, out to 45, back in. Exhale on the way out, inhale coming back in. Reach and return. Exhale Inhale. We want to maintain that imprinted spine now. So it's that feeling of being slightly tucked under with the tailbone, and you should feel your transverse abdominis working. We're going to do 4, and back, and 3, and back. 2 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Return the feet, release the spine. Coming back into tabletop again. 1 leg at a time, imprint the spine, T-zone on. Toe taps this time, tap, and coming back up. Each time you come back up to tabletop, we're stacking the knee over the hip, okay? If you bring the knees too close, your tailbone is going to lift out and you're not going to get that activation. So keeping that space between the chest and the knee. Tap, back, and tap. We're doing 8, 7, 6, keep it on, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. See if we can keep the legs off the mat, coming all the way up into the air, stacking now ankles, knees, and hips. Once again, if the legs are too close to you, your tailbone's going to lift off and you lose that activation. So we want to keep the ankles, knees, and hips stacked. This time scissoring the legs down 1 at a time, head stays on the mat. Exhale down, inhale up and change. Exhale on the other side, inhale up. We're going to do 4 more with the head down. Exhale, inhale on the way up. Re-engage the T-zone. We're still imprinting the lower back. 1 more. 1 set curled. Fingertips come behind the ears. Tucking the chin, drawing the ribs towards the hips. Exhale down. Inhale up. Elbows stay wide. Keep curling into this. Take your eye gaze to your knees. 4 more here. Exhale. Inhale. Curl higher. Nice work. And then in our last set, see if we can reach the hands forward. We're going to pulse the hands as we scissor the legs. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Good. Let's do 4 more from now. For 4. And up. Exhale. 3. 2 more. Keep pulsing the arms. Last one. Nice, take a little break, bring the knees into the chest. Yeah, just a little break, rolling the knees in one direction, making sure the hips are feeling nice and loose. And coming back the other way. Rolling around. Nice work. Now we're going to return the feet to the mat. Just take them about hip distance apart, arms reach up. Basic curl here, exhale, curl up, reach the hands either side of the hips. Inhale all the way back behind, exhale, reach, inhale back. We're going to carry on with these basic curls, just adding a single leg extension, so reaching 1 leg, inhale back, exhale on the other side, inhale overhead. Now if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, reach that leg a little bit lower, hover it. If you want to make it a little bit easier, just take the leg straight up, and gravity will just make it a little bit easier because you'll just be stacking ankles, knees, hips in that more vertical position with the leg reaching further away, challenging those lower core muscles a bit more. 4 more here. 4. And back. Inhale. Exhale. 3. 2 more. And last one. Take a little break here. We're going to hold the next one up. So we're going to curl, extend the leg, holding the arm, sweeping the leg, ankle to the knee. Inhale. Good, little pulses up and down, reaching through the fingertips. If you need to, if you're getting a sore head and neck, just support fingertips around the back of the ears. Let's do 4 and 3, and 2, and 1. Foot comes down, head drops down. Little break here. On the other side, reach. Either keeping the fingertips reaching beside the hips, or fingertips behind the ears if you need to. Okay, let's do 4 more here. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Well done. Feet can come down. We're going to place the hands beside the hips, lifting the legs through tabletop, extending them up, this time squeezing ankles, knees and thighs together, trying to create a feeling of one leg so there's no space. Little hip lift, so we're going to let the feet come over our eye gaze, press through the hands, a little lift up, roll back down, so we're stacking ankles, knees and hips. Again, feet come over the eye gaze, a little lift up, rolling back down. Exhale, inhale, roll down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, roll. Four more of these. 4. Inhale down. 3 more. A little lift up and down. 2 more. Up and down. Last one. Good. From here, challenge yourself. See if you can just take the legs slightly away. Don't worry where they get to, as long as you maintain the imprinted spine. So just get to where you can hold them. Feel your core working. Inhale back up. We're going to do 4 of these, just taking them away to where you can hold, keeping the imprint. Legs go away, little hold, inhale back up. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale back up. Last one. Exhale away. Inhale back up. Good. Knees into your chest. Tuck the chin in. See if you can rock yourself all the way up into a seated position. Nice. Here, tall spine, stacking the shoulders over the hips. Come right onto your tippy toes. Start with some support so hands can come around the back of the thighs. Lean your body backwards so you feel your weight shift. The toes will become light and lift off. Holding here. See if you can feel stable. If you can, release the hands. See if you can create a little bit more space between your chest and your thighs. And then come in. 4 of these. Either holding behind the thighs or stay floating with the arms out to the side. 2 and 3 and 4. Nice work. Remember, just use those supports if you need. Come tall, forward fold, eyes to knees. Take a moment here. Slowly rolling up. We're going to do 1 full roll down and then come into that half boat again. From here, scoop and tuck, C-shaped spine. See if you can keep it slow and controlled. Keep the legs pressed into the mat. Lower back connects. Up through the thoracic spine, shoulder, blades, and arms come overhead. See if you can control it as much on the way up. Arms over the eye gaze, tucking the chin, peeling all the way up, and forward fold. Eyes to knees, and then scoop, roll up, back into your half boat. Remember what it was like last time? Choose what lever you want to take it. Start to lean back like this in the feet, lifting, shins parallel. We're going to do 4, either keeping the hands on or opening them up. So we open, inhale, exhale, 3 more, inhale, challenge yourself, create more space, inhale, exhale, 1 more, forward fold, reach away, slow roll back all the way, arms come overhead, and the same on the way up. This time, as you come up, see if you can find that lightness through the feet. Can you come straight up? Nice. If you can, hold on if you need to. See if we can slowly let the feet drop, slide out, roll down, arms overhead. We'll do one more so you can find that lightness through the feet. So we're going to roll up, feel the weight shift, come into the boat. Nice. For one last challenge here, see what sort of extension you can get through the legs. If you come back, can you extend long? Scoot the belly, reach the hands forward, tucking in, take another stretch forward. Remember, use those options if you need to, taking the hands behind the thighs. Nice work, come nice and tall. Let's work into our glutes now, come into a side lying position. So just a slight bend through that lower leg for stability. Resting the head on the outstretched arm. We're going to stretch this leg long, slight internal rotation through the hip, and just start to lift and lengthen away from your body. I'm just going to catch these little bugs that are starting to hover at this time of night. So we're just going to start by our straight leg lift. So we want this leg to be long away from our body. Ideally creating some space between our waist and the mat, thinking of lengthening here, this hip bone drawing away. At the same time the hips pressed forward so the glute stays on. We're going to draw little rainbows, so we're going to sweep the leg to the front and to the back. As we do this, keeping our spine in neutral, focusing on staying active through the T-zone muscles. Inhale, exhale, little taps each side. Doesn't have to be lifted high, but just maintaining integrity through the spine. Nice work. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Keep the leg hovering, tiny little circles, circling to the front. Now keep these really small so you focus on the length and not getting height through the leg. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Circle back, still lengthening, reaching long through that extended leg. For 4, 3, 2, 1. We flex the foot now, press the heel away. We're going to sweep the leg back behind the hip, point, then sweep it forward. Flex to the back, point to the front. Once again, spine stays neutral. Point and flex and point. Especially as you sweep it back, glutes really engaged on that one. To the back. Inhale, exhale. 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Good. Bringing these together. Let's switch sides. So far so good. No frogs have jumped on me. Alright, let's see if we can get through this. Okay, same again. So slight bend through the lower leg. That just keeps you stable. The top leg stretched. Now you can see here, if I let this hip collapse in, my body will create pressure to the mat. So as this hip lengthens away, that draws the waist out. From here we lift, keeping that length. So if I was standing up, my body would still be stacked. I'd still have shoulders stacked over my hips. Yeah, and I've got my hips just pressing forward. That keeps the glutes engaged. So just little lifts, focusing on where you can feel it. We want to stay in the glutes and not the hips. Sometimes if you lift too high, you might start feeling the hips engage a little bit more. Okay, let's come into those rainbows. We sweep the front, up and over to the back, tapping down, lift and tap. Staying stable. It's always good to sometimes have a wee poke around, check that those hips are stable, check that you're not letting that top hip rock or roll back, stays directly on top of that lower hip. Let's do 4 to the back, and 3 and 2. Last one. Nice. Bring the leg back into the center, little circles to the front. Long, keep thinking long, keep thinking press forward, particularly if you start feeling the hip. Also feel free to take a break if you're not keeping the glute active. As it fatigues, the work will move. Circling to the back. We're nearly there. 4 more to the back. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Flex the foot. Here we draw back and point. Inhale, sweep forward. Flex back. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do 4 more. First 4 and front. 3 and 2. Last one. Great work. Closing down. Just come onto your tummy. Take your shoulders over the elbows. Have a little stretch here. Just lifting up through the spine. If you want, sliding hands forward, creating a bit more space between your chest. Also sensation, we want to create length down the neck, and so I want you to feel, if you're in the stretch, as if you're looking over a cliff. Can you see what's happening here? I'm going to lengthen, tuck my chin, and just draw my eye gaze down to the top edge of the mat. What we want to create here is length here, so we're not compressing that bit of your neck. So lengthen, look down over the cliff. Nice work. Come down. We'll take the hands either side of the chest. Press ourselves up through 4-point kneeling. And just take a quick stretch back in child's pose. So hips are going to sit back on the heels. Hands stretch forward, dropping the forehead down. Soften through the shoulders. Anchor through the fingertips. Pressing ourselves back through 4-point kneeling, just come into a kneeling position facing the front. Take one leg out to the side, just mirror me on this one. So you're going to be taking your left leg out and just roll the foot down from here. So we're starting nice and tall, keeping this hip stacked. So just a bit more of a stretch on this one. So we're going to take the arm up and over, lengthen through the right side of your body. And then taking the hand to the mat, stretching in the other direction. Inhale, float through. Exhale, go deeper into the stretch. Inhale, float through. Exhale, go deeper. Nice. Do one more over to the side. And then as we come back, you're going to stay back over here. Maybe just taking a hand to the hip. And from here, lifting this leg out of the ground. And don't know why it did that. I'm going to have to join these videos together. There'll be a little bit of a moment there. So we were here, and we're just doing this little lift through that extended leg. Don't worry how high it is, but just keep your hips pressing forward. So we're going to do 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Bending the knee now. And just start into a little bit of glute work actually. Make sure you're not sitting the hips back. Keep those hips pressed forward. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and start circling to the front. Only problem now is I actually don't know how long we were going for in that first part, so I'm going to have to take my best guess. Circling to the back on this side. Let's just do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back through the middle position, and let's do those stretches, that stretch sequence on the other side first. So we flatten the foot down, take the hand down, stretching up and over. Sweep back, inhale through center, exhale. Lengthen, hand comes down, reach up and over. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more of these. Sweep and reach. And stay down on this one. hands come to the hip, we lift. Little lift up to the side. Glutes are probably still a bit tired from that previous exercise, so just a short set with extended leg. This is the hardest part. 4, 3, 2, and 1. With the bent leg, keep the pulses going, keep the hips pressed to the front. And lift, lift, lift. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little circles to the front. 4 more to the front. And then we reverse it, circling to the back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Come back to the center position. We're just going to finish this kneeling work off by doing a little hinge. Maybe I'll show you the side on, you get a better idea. I've got my feet flat, and then I'm going to press my hips forward, reaching the arms out at shoulder height. I'm going to start leaning back here, but not letting my hips sit back. The hips stay pressed forward. So you're feeling the whole front of your body switch on for this. So we're going to inhale as we come back. Exhale as you come forward. So just take it back as far as you feel comfortable. Inhale, hinging. You feel your quads on this one. Inhale back. Exhale forward. If you want, inhale back and opening the arms. A little bit more challenging. One more of those. Inhale back. Exhale forward. We're going to do 2, which is the more challenging variation. Arms come overhead. Inhale back. Exhale forward. And 1 more. Inhale back. Arms up. Exhale forward. Nice work. Just come down here into a 4-point kneeling position. Maybe you want to just shake your legs out a moment. And then just find that position, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We'll do a couple of cat and calf stretches. And then I'm going to bring you up into standing for our last little standing sequence today. Hucking and feeling wide across the shoulder blades. Inhale as the belly drops, letting the eye gaze lift. And 1 more in each position. Nice work. Okay, let's come up into standing. Just going to take the mat slightly back. Once again, hoping I don't stand on a frog. I'll just change the position of that camera for a moment. How's it all going? All right. Okay. So we're just going to start by taking the legs nice and wide on the mat, reaching the arms out. Come down, softening through the knees, letting those knees go nice and wide as we soften down. Come up, bringing the hands together. Palms down as we lower, palms up as we rise. So coming down and coming up. So just feeling that little bit of softening through the hips. Maybe each time you might feel you can go a little bit deeper. And the next time we come down, we'll stay down. We'll just hold it. Now just careful, side on, that you're not sticking your bum out. We want to stay sort of tucked under, so hopefully you're still here where I left you. We're going to close the hands to the front. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Sit a little bit lower if you can. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Inhale, 2 more. Can you sit a little bit lower? Last one. Good. Come up. Nice. Well done. Let's come down again. This time just floating side to side. Keeping the arms level as we just alternate bending and lengthening each leg. So we're just going to bring the arms in. As you come across, tilt the arm just so it matches that lengthened leg. Come through the center. Once again, reaching down. So just getting that stretch right up that side of the body that you're moving towards, sinking down into the knee. Knee should be tracking in line with your toes. Nice, one more. And then come back into the center position. Our last set, little rotation, so we come over to the side. We're going to turn this time towards the lengthened leg. So a little twist, reaching back. Turn the eye gaze with the movement and draw the shoulder back. Once again, we're turning towards the lengthened leg. So you're hopefully mirroring me in this movement. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Come to the center and just sinking down here, taking a nice deep stretch, letting the hips drop low. Nice work, guys. We're just gonna airplane taking off. Might be noisy for a moment. Just gonna come into some stretches. Bring your feet facing forward. Forward fold here. Feel free to take the legs a little bit wider if you wish. Even, toes slightly turned in. That's a pigeon-toed position, allowing the crown to drop towards the mat. Maybe reaching back to the ankles. Or hands can just stay on the mat. Inhale, hands come to the mat now. Walk them out in front, soften down through your shoulders to create some length through your spine. Walking the hands in, just take them around to your left foot. So either side of the left foot dropping down into a kneeling position. From here, we'll rise up into a little quad stretch. So we want to just stay slightly tucked under, maybe shifting the weight forward. Let's take the arms up. You've got your balance, the eye gaze can come up between your fingertips. Reaching up. And then float the arms down beside the knee and release the toe. So we're just hinging at the hips, trying to keep that length in the spine and feeling the stretch at the back of that front leg. Pulling the toes back towards you in this position. Ideally position yourself so that you are trying to keep this hip sitting over the knee. So you may need to shuffle forward or back. And let's just change from here, straight onto the other side. Little kneeling, quad stretch, the front, the knees over the ankle. Once again, a little tuck, shifting the weight forward. Arms reach up, take your eye gaze up if you're stable. And swooping the hands back, releasing the heel at the front. Maybe just shuffling that knee back or the heel forward if you find you're sitting your hip a little bit too far back. And come once again, that sense of lengthening the back of your neck. You're looking up and over a cliff here. Slight tuck in the chin. Maybe eye gaze to the ankles or thereabouts. And then just back through 4-point kneeling. Give the feet a little shake out again. We'll keep the hips high this time, walking the hands out in front, dropping the forehead down into your extended puppy pose. This also is a lovely stretch for your spine and your shoulders. So it's important this time to keep hips over the knees. So unlike our child's pose. We're not sitting the hips down onto the heels. Good. And then inhale, we'll walk the hands back up, and just to finish, bringing the knees together and closing them. It's a big mosquito. Must be time to finish off if the mosquitoes are flowing. This time sitting the hips back on the heels. We're going to allow the forehead to just drop down as close to the knees as possible. Let the arms just sweep down beside your lower legs, palms facing up. And then you're just all tucked in here. It's a little fetal position to finish in. This gives you a lovely stretch right across the length of your spine, from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Right, inhale, coming up. I'm going to turn to face you off, and the rain's starting as well, so rain and mosquitoes. Time to complete our practice. Coming into a comfortable cross-legged position. I hope that felt good for you today. I've got no idea how long it was, but I'm hoping it's somewhere around that 30-minute mark. So we'll see when I put these two parts of video together. Reaching your arms out, inhale, sweep through, big stretch up and over, and we complete with one more inhale. Those of you who are usually at your Monday night class, I hope you get a chance to do this and don't feel like you've missed out. And I will see you back at studio classes from this Thursday. Alright, thanks so much guys. Let me know how that felt for you. See you soon.